Have you ever looked around and wondered what happened to the clean rivers, the big trees, the birds we used to hear every morning? Have you? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are listening from. My name is Kangs Uphaar. I'm an environmentalist, and today I'm just here to talk or share with you. I'm here to open your eyes to a powerful truth about environment. Our environment is changing fast, but here is the thing. They say one person can't make a difference, and I say, watch this space because change starts with you and me. I want to begin by asking you a simple question. Have you ever noticed how different the environment feels today compared to 10 or 20 years ago? Have you noticed about it? Maybe the rains don't come like they used to. Maybe it's hotter during the day or colder at night. Maybe there are fewer trees in your area or more trash in the rivers. These are signs of environmental change, and it's something that affects every one of us. The good news is we can do something about it together, starting with what we know and what we do in our daily lives. Today, just today, I will take you through the 5 powerful and practical ways to manage environmental change. I will explain each one in a way that is simple to understand and connect it to real examples you can relate to, especially right here in Kenya and across Africa. Let's dive in. Come along with me. So, the first powerful way to manage environmental change is by planting and protecting trees. What do I mean by planting and protecting trees? I mean that the whole idea is trees are one of the most powerful tools we have to fight environmental change. They clean the air, provide shade, they stop soil erosion, they give shelter to animals, they provide wind with the wind, they stop the wind from breaking the crops. They also give us food. All the trees. When we cut down too many trees without planting new ones, the soil dries up. Hence, the rivers lose their water and the air becomes hotter and more polluted. This affects because the soil will be carried away, hence soil erosion. Why do planting trees and protecting trees matters? Because trees they absorb the carbon dioxide, one of the biggest causes of the global warming. Also, why do planting and protecting trees matter? Because they protect biodiversity by offering homes for birds, insects, and animals. Trees also cool the land, reducing the heat in urban areas. The real world example that I can tell you that I know and I have engaged with in Kenya, there is a foundation known as the Miti Alliance Foundation. It was started by Mr. Michael Wayaki Nganga. It has helped communities, schools, any person who has come into contact with the foundation. We have planted over 1 million trees throughout since it was started. This not only restored forests, but also it has empowered people, especially the women, and mostly the youths who didn't have the jobs and income. They can get income by planting the trees, and also teaching the young students in school importance of planting trees and engaging in environmental changing the environmental in the school area. Also, in some counties like Elgeyo Marakwet and Bomet, uh, Baringo, Uasin Gishu, young people, mostly the youths, they have started community nurseries for indigenous trees like Moringa, Mukeu, or Buga ugadensis, Prunus africana, Ole africana, and sort of more indigenous trees. What we can do about planting and protecting trees is that what someone can do and can start to generate income, something like that. What I can advise is that someone can start a small nursery in the school or in the backyard or at home. By having a small nursery, one can provide trees, the indigenous trees that has more valuable than the exotic ones. One also can adopt a tree, like having a tree, owning a tree, having an ownership about a tree, watering it, protecting it, and watching it grow until it reaches its maturity. Also, another thing, what we can do about planting and protecting trees is that we can encourage community around to plant trees during events like weddings, funerals, birthdays, and more and more events that we can have in the community. Also, we can learn about the indigenous trees that are best suited in the region. Let's say if you have a tree that is most commonly grown in your area, you can adopt the tree and you can plant the tree because it is suited in your region. They grow fast and some are resilient to the local climate rather than the exotic trees. The second way on improving the environmental change is by using the 3 R's. Do you know the 3 R's? The 3 R's, they include the reduce, reuse, and recycle waste. This one I can say that waste is one of the fastest growing problems in both urban and rural areas, from plastics, from paper to food leftovers, some of which ends up in landfills or the environment where it pollutes our water, air, and soil. Why do the 3 R's matters? Because plastics takes hundreds of years to decompose. So this one affects the environmental. When waste, the second why the 3 R's matter is that when waste burns in open fields, it releases toxic gases harmful to people and the environment. Mostly you can hear people, they say that they have the asthmatic condition, something like that, because of the waste that releases the toxic gases which are harmful to our health, to our bodies. Also, why the 3 R's matters is because the dirty environment lead to diseases, especially in children and the elderly. The real world example is that in Nairobi, groups like Genje makers are recycling plastic waste into building bricks stronger than concrete. In Kisii, some youth groups are turning banana fibers and waste paper into eco-friendly packaging and paper bags. Also in Kisii, some people are turning the banana fibers into hair, hence earning income. Many supermarkets now encourage customers to bring reusable bags, thanks to the government of Kenya for banning the plastic bags that was initially used in the shops. What you can do about the 3 R's is that we can sort your waste at home, keep plastic, paper, food waste and glass separate. Another thing is that I advise about the 3R's is that reused bottles and containers instead of throwing them away. That is basically reusing. And also the using of the compost or composting the waste. Like let's say for example the compost manure, you can use the banana peels or the vegetable scraps or the kitchen refuse to make manure that will be best suitable for using at the farms. Or also another thing that I can advise is that you can start a waste collection project with youth in your area. You can turn waste into business. So that is basically engaging with the youth to do a waste collection project. Maybe it can be a business idea. Another way is that the use of clean and renewable energy. Use of clean and renewable energy. One of the major causes of environmental change is the burning of fossil fuels like coal, petrol in cars, motorcycles, and diesel in cars. These fuels, they release carbon dioxide and other harmful gases, which cause climatic change and possibly the air pollution. The clean energy sources, they include like the solar energy, the windmills, the hydro use of water, hydropowers, and biogas, which are safer and more sustainable. Why does use of clean and renewable energy matters? Number one is that they reduce dependence on fossil fuels, on the use of the petrol and diesel. It reduces the dependence. It saves money. The second is save money in the long run. And the third is that it creates green jobs in the energy sector to people who are working in the solar industry, wind, hydropower sector. So it creates green jobs for people. In Turkana, Kenya, we now have one of the Africa's biggest and largest wind farms, the Lake Turkana Wind Power Project, producing clean energy for thousands of homes. In many parts of the rural Kenya, families are starting to install the solar panels to power lights, charge phones, and even run small radios or TVs than using the electricity, which are costly. Also, biogas from cow dung is helping farmers cook food without using charcoal or firewood. This is more helpful to small farmers, small enterprise farmers. What you can do about the use of clean and renewable energy is that we can switch to solar lanterns or solar home system to power our homes. Use the energy saving bulbs and always turn off appliances when not in use. Another thing what you can do is that you can promote clean energy in school, church, or village group to people to know about the clean energy. And also we can also learn about the green energy business opportunities like the installing solar kits or making improved cook stove. That's one someone can earn income and money. Another thing is that we can another major way of improving the environmental change is that we can choose the eco-friendly transportation. So transportation is another big contributor to environmental change. Vehicles that run on petrol or diesel emit carbon dioxide, one of the main greenhouse gases. Remember, we have other greenhouse gases. So why does it matter to choose the friendly transportation? Is that number one, vehicle emission contribute to air pollution, especially in major cities in Africa, or like Nairobi, Accra, Kampala, Dodoma, and Mombasa. So it will reduce air pollution. The second is that the fuel prices are rising, so walking or cycling also save money. And the third, why does it matter, is that the using of eco transport reduces traffic congestion and promotes healthy. Basically, by doing the exercise, the walking, so it promotes our health and our body. In Kisumu, or in Nairobi, mostly in Nairobi, the use of electric bodas, the motorbikes, are being introduced. They don't pollute the air and they are cheaper to maintain than the other motorbikes. In Nairobi, in the Kenya capital city, some matatus are now being fitted with cleaner engines or converted to run on electricity and the biofuel. This is a good thing. So what can we do in order to choose the best the friendly transport? Is that we can walk to improve our health, or use cycle short distances. You can take the short distances basically by using the cycles or the bicycle, by using to do some exercises, and it helps in moving. Use of public transport when possible instead of private cars. Support or invest in electric bicycles or bodas. The last but not least is that talk to leaders or the people in authority about building safe cycling paths, and encourage electric mobility, the use of electricity. The fifth way of improving the environmental change is that educating and advocating for change. So this is basically one of the most powerful tools we have is our voice. Our voice is our powerful tool that we can advocate for change in environmental. Many people still don't understand how serious environmental change is, or they don't know what to do about it. That's why we must speak up, educate others, and inspire action. Why does educating and advocating for change matters? Number one is that people take action when they understand the problem. Remember, when you have the problem on your hand, you will understand the problem because it's on your hand. The second is that you can creating awareness brings community solution. Remember, when people are more aware to something, to the problem, the community or people can come solution, and we can solve the problem. So creating awareness, it matters. And also, youth have the energy and creativity to lead the movement. Mostly the youths, who are called now Gen Zs or the millions, they have the energy and they can think and came up with a solution to solve the environmental change. Young people in Africa are using YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter to teach others about tree planting, recycling, and climate change. In school and churches, we have environmental clubs which are leading the cleanup days, the tree planting campaigns, and debates on conservation. This is a great movement. Also, community radio stations in counties like Trans Nzoia, Murang'a, Nairobi are now broadcasting the climate change education in local languages, Kiswahili to mostly in bigger radios to for people to know more about how the climate change is, what it is, and what it does. What I can advise about the educating and advocating for change is that we can join or start an environmental club in a school, in a community, or the nearby communities, engage in environmental programs, collecting of waste. Also, we can write blog posts, poems, or songs about the environment for people to be aware on the impact of an environmental. You can also invite experts to speak or visit schools to teach children how to care for nature, just like I've just shared with you, like Media Lands, what they are doing. They teach students, mostly the young students in primary school in Kenya, on importance of environmental and planting trees. That is the end. The truth is, we want you to be the change you want to see. The truth is, environmental change is already happening. That is not a lie. That is the truth. The truth that is on our hand. But the future is not yet written. What we do today decides what kind of world we live in tomorrow. Let's be the generation that chooses to plant trees instead of cutting them, picks reusable bags instead of plastic, promotes clean energy instead of pollution, teaches others instead of staying silent, and remember to collect waste if you find it on the road. Because if not us, then who? If not now, then when? Let me repeat that. Because if not us, then who? Who will? If not now, then when? We don't have time. Future is really coming. Let's plant knowledge. Let's grow Kenya. Let's protect our environment together. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and share for more people to be aware of the environmental change. I've just started. You are the second to start. Thank you. I appreciate